Good evening. Good evening. This is Devin Deb G. Grant, and I just want to thank everybody who's been contributing and being involved, subscribing to my YouTube channel. And I just want to touch on a few topics that I had requested for me today to talk about. But before we get started, if you haven't subscribed yet, I want to ask that you go ahead and subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, go and chime in on my notifications. And saying that, we're just gonna jump straight into it today. We got a few topics today that we're gonna touch on that, like I say, been requested of me to talk about. Our first topic is gonna be growth dysfunctions, truth versus fear, haters joining forces, theory versus religion, and new year, new me. I feel that a few of these topics kind of run in together, so I'm not gonna separate them. I'm gonna go in order, but if you hear me talking on a topic and it kind of sounds like another topic, that's what I mean by I feel like a few of them kind of run in together with each other. So the first topic that we're going to talk about today that I was asked about is growth dysfunctions. And how do I feel about growth dysfunctions? Meaning blockages, like what's stopping people from growth, becoming bigger and better. I feel like it could be a variety of things that could stop someone from growth. It could be where they're located. It could be their passion and ambition of what they want out of life. You know, it could be connections. They may not have resources available to them as far as what they want to do. If you want to become a musician and you're living in a small town that's not involved in music at all, or is not a musically inclined area, that can be blocking you from peaking out at your potential as far as what you want out of your career of being in the music field. Sometimes you have to take that extra initiative and branch out and, you know, do more than the average person. You gotta be hungry. You gotta want something and you gotta go get it. You gotta have a drive about yourself. And I feel like that's kind of holding a lot of people back from, reaching their maximum potential. Um, Other ways that maybe like people have growth dysfunctions could be, family oriented or just responsibilities. If you have kids, but you always had a dream and in the middle of trying to achieve your goals and your dreams, you, life hit you and you had a child and now you have to put your dreams on pause to make sure you take care of home first. And that's not necessarily saying that that's a growth dysfunction. That's being responsible. So it's always how you look at the glass. If you look at it as half empty or half full, every day that you wake up and you have breath in you is an opportunity for you to achieve that goal. You got to take it one day at a time. Just don't quit. The day that you quit trying to achieve your goal is the day that you lose. But there's nothing wrong with putting a goal or trying to better yourself. Nothing wrong with putting it on hold because you have responsibilities. So with growth dysfunctions, everybody mature with time. Some people take longer, some people mature faster at a younger age. It all depends on what do you surround yourself with? What kind of people are you involved with? Are you around a group of people that's constantly building, or are you a person that stays to yourself and depend on, you know, self reliance? And that could also be a dysfunction because if you're in the business world or you're trying to make it in marketing or corporate type of company or business, one of the main factors in promoting and going to the next level is networking. So if you're a person that don't really like to talk to people, like I'm guilty of that myself. I'm a person that like to stay to myself a lot because I think a lot, and while I'm thinking, I'm pretty much setting my own course to where I can move at my own pace. And as long as I'm in my thoughts, that's like my calendar or my agenda. So as long as I don't get distracted, I can accomplish things that I need to accomplish. And that could be a dysfunction for me because once it's time for me to actually handle business, I might not know the approach to go about networking or being a conversation opener or going to talk to this important person that could put me in a position to get in the direction of where I'm trying to go or where I need to be. So that's things that I need to work on or that I could work on. I know I also said that family could be a blockage or something that blocks a person from becoming bigger and better. Not even just with having kids. It could be, parents, uh, they have a business, had 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 a business in the family for generations and want to pass that business on to the next generation, and you're that next generation, but you don't really see yourself going in that direction. You have passions to do something else. You want to live your own life, but you don't want to let your parents down, or you don't want to let that business go down the drain. So where you feel like your heart is or where you need to be might be on the other side of the country. But the business that's being set for you is in a location where you really don't want to be. So it's like you get to a point in your life where you have to start making decisions as far as what's best for you. Is sometimes that decision may mean being mature to where you have to give up on your own dreams and keep the family business running. But who are you failing? Who are you failing if you give up on your dreams to push out your parents' dreams? Because at the end of the day, when you go home at night, are you happy? Are you satisfied? Or are you just being content? With, hey, I was inherited this, so I don't want to lose it. I don't want to, but I really don't want to be here. So, do you feel like you're failing yourself, or do you feel like you're failing your parents? Because everybody had their own life to live. Your parents, they have their life. They live their life. They set the foundation for that business or that company or whatever it is that they bring into the market. And for you to not want to do it or not continue it is your own. That's your opinion. So if you want to be the best you can be, peak out at your maximum potential, you should always follow your heart. That's what I feel, and that's the advice I want to give to someone who feels that they have a blockage in their life that's stopping them from growth, from becoming bigger and better, as well as you can't follow behind others. Like, I understand, like, friendships are important, relationships are important, but everyone has a different vision. Everyone don't see the world how you see the world. You know, we all have our own two eyes. So I might I might see one way to skin a cat, but you see a different way to skin a cat. This might be important to me, but this might not be important to you. But me and you, we're together majority of the day, majority of the days of the week. And if I have a passion to do something other than what your passion is for you to do, then one of us are going to have to sacrifice our passion if we want to always be around each other. If we always want to hang out, kick the shit, you know what I'm saying? Eventually, you have to sacrifice to make what you're trying to accomplish become reality. So you have to learn to manage your time. Make time for hanging out and bullshitting with your friends, but also give time for yourself to build whatever it is you're trying to build. I'm not just gonna say build your business because everybody's not um, self-sufficient as far as um, being self-employed. That's not everybody's passion. Some people's passion may be to be a manager, or anything, a mailman or a musician, whatever your passion is. Make time for it. Actually, make more time for whatever your passion is. Then you're making time for things that's moving towards where you want to be in life. If that makes sense, it's all about time management. So if you're good at managing your time, and when you set out to do it, you have to stand on it. Everybody's not going to like it. Everybody's not going to agree with what you're doing. But like I say in the beginning, it's your life. You want to go to sleep at night feeling accomplished at the end of the day. Rome wasn't built in a day, but in the day, there's a lot to be accomplished. You don't want to waste any days. So handle whatever it is that you need to handle that's holding you back, and make yourself proud of yourself. At the end of the night, be able to give yourself a pat on the back. That's just a little advice that I have on that topic to give. We're gonna jump into the next topic. The next topic is truth versus fear, and what are my thoughts on truth versus fear? Meaning speaking in truth versus walking in fear. Being paid versus being played. I feel that if you speak in truth, you don't really have to walk in fear, because if you're speaking in truth, it's gonna go one or two ways. When you speak in truth, when you walk, either you're gonna have a large following because you speak in truth, or when you walk, you're gonna have a very small following because you speak in truth. So if you dedicate your life to being truthful and a stand-up person, you don't have to walk in fear, because ain't nobody walking around you to make you feel anything. If anything, they fear you. They trying to get from around you, especially if they kind, or if they not just truthful type of people. Weasels, snakes in the grass, they fear you. You truthful, you talking in truth. And a lot of times they don't want to hear that shit. They don't want to hear what you have to say. Even when you're talking the truth, a lot of the times they'll try to make you feel like you thinking too deep on it, or it's not that serious, or you just crazy. You making up stuff. But if you feel confident in what you feel, and you feel confident in what you're saying is right, is righteous, if you're speaking righteously, then just that confidence alone, you can stand against a whole army. You can stand against the whole crowd. It could be everybody against you. But if you know you speaking righteously, then you don't have anything to worry about. And honestly, that whole army or that whole crowd that's opposing your truth of what you're talking about, they're the ones that's walking in fear. Majority of them, maybe not all of them, because everyone has their own opinions. But I guarantee you, is one person or a handful of people in that crowd of people that have their own opinions, but Majority of that crowd of people is just following the leader. They're following the leader. They don't care either way how the argument is going. They don't care. You can't convince them at all. I don't care if you bring them proof, put it right in their face, take them to the spot where it's going on, show them exactly what's happening. They're still not gonna want to hear that shit, or they're not gonna believe it because it's not cool. They know you're right, but I like being over here. They having fun over here. They don't take shit serious over here. When you say some righteous ass shit, they gonna make big dog right here. He gonna make a joke out of it. He gonna laugh, make you sound like you foolish. You gonna be the only one not laughing because you know you speaking righteous. But when he say some ignorant response, everybody behind him they gonna laugh. They walking in fear because they don't want him to turn around and the joke be on them. So they want to be his friend. They want to be cool with that person. They following the crowd. So when you speaking the truth, you can't lose. And another thing, it don't even always have to be a clown person. It don't have to be a clown person when it comes down to that walking in fear and everybody playing follow the leader. It could be something intangible. It could be something like people don't have it, but they feel like if they're around it, they're accepted to it. For example, money. Money. Simple. This is just a simple example with money. You can take one person that got money. You know, they like to show it. They flash it. Boom, boom. They always got the latest clothes, the hottest design to give. You know, they always pulling up in the nicest cars and dressed up with the nice tires and the nice rims. You know, and they just flaunting it. They flying it. Everybody knows that they got it. They got the money. So you will have people that's, I would say this is walking in fear too, because they don't have the money. Only thing they see is the opportunity of the money. It's this one person, he got the money. We all know he got the money. He flying it. He's showing that he have the money. But this person want to be so down and so cool with that person, sort of feel like he's accepted or he's affiliated with some money. And you don't have them. It's like an illusion. It's like an illusion. It's like, that's my man's. Yeah. That's my man's. Would that be your man's if he wasn't flying it or showing that he had it? You don't got it. He got it. But if he didn't have it like you don't have it, and another person came around that do got it, would you brush him off and go trail behind that next person? And that's a lot of what's going on. So once you speak in truth, you just got to know that you're talking righteously, or you got to know that you're doing the right thing. Because if you depend on the next person's opinion, you don't know if they're walking the field or not. So if you're banking off of their opinion, what's going on, boss? But yeah, if you banking off of their opinion, then you're gonna be walking blind just like the rest of the crowd. You ain't gonna know which way to go. One minute you're gonna go this way, you're gonna go that way. It's like being at a party when somebody starts shooting. Pow, pow. You don't know which way to go. Everybody's scattering. That's why you gotta follow your truth. So we're gonna jump into the next topic that I was asked to speak on, which is haters joining forces. And that's what I meant by a few of these topics kind of run in together. That's why I'm just gonna keep the show rolling. Because I feel like haters joining forces kind of ties in with the topic of truth versus fear. You know how you might have, see, I'm from Florida. We say haters or we say green ass niggas. No, we don't really say ops. You know, I see a lot of people say ops now. So we're gonna say ops. You might have an op, and then you got another op that's in the blind, but you don't really know that he a op. He don't like you. He jealous of you because you always had nice things in life. And he always been envious of what you had in life. But there's other op who you actually had a confrontation with, but it haven't gotten that serious yet. But everybody's seen y'all confrontation. Now this op that's always been jealous of you, he want to go hang out with this op who you had a confrontation with. And you can't really find the similarities between the two of them when y'all start hanging out. I never even, I've been knowing both of y'all for my whole life. This is third grade together and shit. But I never seen y'all hanging out. But ever since last Friday when me and this op had a confrontation, now y'all become best of friends. And I noticed that you gotta pay attention. You have to pay attention to these things when it's happening. For sure. Hey man, I appreciate it. I appreciate the feedback. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're gonna keep these lives coming as much as possible. We're trying to take it to that level. But yeah, you gotta watch for them ops, man, because they could be a downfall. But at the same time, if you stay righteous, like I was talking about with truth and filth, you ain't gotta worry about them. Just stay focused on your path, because anything that's trying to come near you to destroy you, man, you got so much protection around you off of the strength that you righteous. It's a higher power that's not gonna let that shit phase you. It's not gonna phase you. I don't care how many plots and schemes they come up with, but what they're gonna try to do is they're gonna recruit. The same way they recruited friendship within each other, they're gonna try to recruit other people that know you to not like you. It could be from conversation. They could be having a conversation and just be sneak this. Oh man, he did this. Man, I don't really like how he did that. But even if you did do it, you might not have been harming nobody, and it ain't even something that they should be bringing up in that conversation. But they don't want these other people to like you either, so they're gonna speak negative on your name. Before they speak positive on your name, they're gonna speak negative on your name, and then it becomes like a domino effect. More and more people start to like you, but what would you do? Are you going to try to get redemption with all of these people who's so easily convinced that you're such a bad person off of he say, she say? Or are you going to continue to walk in truth and continue to be who you are and let them eventually find out for themselves what type of person you are? But see, the thing with that is a lot of people go that route. But once they want to migrate back towards you, you might not even want the friendship no more. It might be too late for that, because you've been walking in truth. You've been focusing on your path. Now you too far along. You too far along to look back. Because while they was throwing shade and sneak dissing, you been gradually climbing the ladder, going up, going up, going up. So even if you don't have no envy or anger or jealousy on your heart towards none of these people, it's gonna feel like, I don't want to say that they're gonna try to make it seem like you're better than them, but to hang out with them or to go back to the ways of how it was before, it's going to require for you to pull over. Like I said, you been on route. Now you got to pull over just to hang out with them or go back and chill with them when you was moving forward and they was hating. So what you going to do? You ain't finna just turn the car around to go back and chill. You going to keep moving forward, and then now the talk going to be you acting funny. But you not acting funny. You zoned out. You in your zone. You know what I'm saying? But that's what happened when haters join forces, or ops join forces. That be the outcome of that. The finger's gonna point at you like you acting funny or you did something wrong. You ain't did nothing wrong to nobody. You just kept being who you is. But being who you is, this is the thing about evolution. Being who you is, you not gonna stay the same. You gonna evolve. Just like Pokemon. When them little animals, them dinosaurs, once they get to a certain stage in life, they evolve to something greater. You're gonna evolve to something greater. And that shit gonna come out of nowhere to all of them. And they gonna be like, damn, when he became this person, when he did this, that, and the third. Bro, I ain't do it to me. Evolution did this to me. This is who I was supposed to be. And you're not supposed to be who you currently are because you stopped moving forward with evolution. You stayed the same. You stayed the same. You parked your car. You want to hate. You want to chill. You want to be this other motherfucker. You was walking in filth. Whole time you was walking in filth, trying to please this man, that man, and next man, so you can get some acceptance. I was walking and talking the truth, and I kept on moving. Now this is what evolution did to me. Check me out. My shoulders big now. My chest big now. This me. This how God evolved me. And in 10 years, I'm either gonna be better off or I'm gonna be worse off. But if I stay righteous, there's no way I can see myself being worse off. I just gotta stay true to me. So never let haters slow you down. Continue to excel and move forward and progress. And we're gonna jump into our next topic. Our next topic is theory versus religion. And what do I think about theory versus religion? This is a widespread topic. It's a sensitive topic. When we say theory, we say like conspiracy theories or simulation theory, or the illusion of a simulation theory or conspiracy theory versus the faith of religion. Okay, we're gonna just jump straight into this. I understand it's a touchy topic, and if you want to join in or you want to place an opinion, feel free to. But make sure you ring that bell, hit subscribe on the channel, so we keep these shows going like this. All right, my opinion. We're gonna jump into the theory side of it first. Simulation theories. All right. I read a lot. I read a lot of books. So the things I read in books, even though I might not put my faith in what I read in books or actually believe in what I read in books, I have the information in me. So like with the Mandela effect, I think that's somewhat tied to the simulation theory of us living in the matrix, this world being the matrix. The Mandela effect, pretty much from what I read, says that when a person believes they experienced something or seen something in the past, but once they remember it in the future, 20 or 30 years later in the future, there is no evidence that ever happened in the past. That's the Mandela effect. For example, when Mandela passed, you have people that say he died in prison, and you have people that say he had a funeral, and there was people who actually have evidence of being at his funeral, saying that Nelson Mandela did not die in prison. He was at it. But you have people saying, no, I'm sure he died in prison. Or, for example, the Mandela effect. Just children books like Curious George, for example. People remember Curious George having the tail, and now in the Curious George books, he's a monkey with no tail. Uh, the Monopoly Man on the Monopoly game. If you ask them how did the Monopoly Man look, they'll say that he had one of those little glasses on his eye, but not a Monopoly game. He does it, and just other things. Flintstones. Flintstones used to have one T, but now it has two T's. Flintstone, when it used to be Flintstone. But the thing about all of that with the Mandela effect is saying that the world that we're living in, somewhat like deja vu, having a glitch in the matrix. When you go to sleep and then something happens in your sleep, but the next day or 2 days later, that event actually happens in reality. So they're saying that with the Mandela effect, with all these products, Jiffy peanut butter becoming Jif, like I said, Monopoly Man, Bearstein Bears. I even heard of Snow White when the the queen says, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?" But when you go on YouTube or whatever now, the queen don't say that. But people who were kids in the 70s and 80s, they definitely remember her saying, "Mirror, mirror on the wall." Now she says something else like Ferris mirror on the wall, and even the movie with Sinbad. They said when he was a genie, people said it never existed. But the whole thing with all this is people want to know when did the change happen? Because we know companies, they upgrade their products, they update their patents every so many years or whenever they want to update their patents on their products and their brands. But the thing is, we didn't notice it. We didn't notice all of these changes happening at one point in time when Curious George changed, Monopoly Man changed, Jiffy Peanut Butter changed, Flintstones changed. They're saying that the Mandela effect, it was a point in time where, just like deja vu, it was a glitch in this matrix that we're living in that we call the world, where everything just spontaneously changed and we didn't know about it. But now people are not remembering what we grew up knowing to remember. So with that being said, it's like with some things I can see it, I understand, and I know that the brain is a very complex tool that we have in our body. It's certain things that the brain can do to where other parts of our body catch on afterwards. For example, if I hit my foot on the side of the table, boom, stub my toe, I'm gonna automatically think my toe hurt, but it's nerves in my body that my brain is telling me that I hit my toe on the table. I didn't actually feel that to where it hurts, as far as like this is the simulation theory of the aspect of, or seeing something that you thought you didn't see. Like if I'm walking down the road and I see a yield sign and the words are spelled backwards, but I don't notice that the words are spelled backwards because I'm used to the word being spelled properly. So I actually have to stand there and look at that sign for 2 or 3 minutes before I actually notice that the I and the E are flipped around backwards, as well as other little things like you see on social media all the time. People will put acronyms IDGWAFU, and then everybody automatically knows what they're talking about because the brain is so complex. They know I don't give a fuck about what you. They know exactly what this means. You know, so from what I'm hearing about this conspiracy theory with the simulation theory, our mind, the world that we're living in, is a projection of what our mind is telling us that we're living in. So if you say you can believe it, you can achieve it. If you living in a dark space right now, it's because your mind is in that dark space. It's not actually because of what's going on in the world around you. It's because what your mind is telling you you're seeing in this world around you. And if you want to become a different person, or if you want to become whoever you want to be in this world, all you have to do is turn on the switch in your mind to psych your mind into believing you're that person and stick to it, and eventually you will evolve into that person. As far as religion goes, I believe in God. I pray to God. Yes, I do. Um, I believe in the God of Israel. Like I said, I read a lot of books. I read the Bible front and back. My personal Bible that I read is a Ethiopian Christian Bible. You know, it has missing books from the King James version of the Bible. It has, the Book of Enoch, uh, uh, Sirach. Um, it have a few different books in it. Judith. Um, yeah, it just have maybe like 19 other books that's not in the King James version. But I definitely believe in God. The stories, the stories in the Bible, I love to read them. Been reading them since I was a kid. Even though some of the stories in the Bible they do seem far fetched, and when it comes down to the simulation theory, that seems far fetched. But that's the difference between faith and an illusion. You know, if you have faith in something, you can have faith in something that you can't see. But illusion is, you know, is more like a mind trick or a tricking of the mind. So that's like really my take on the difference between theory, theory and religion. I don't really want to go too deep into it because I go on for days. So I'm honestly just trying to tiptoe around that subject, tiptoe around that topic, because I get to saying asking questions like, why people feel like the serpent in the Bible, why they feel like the serpent was just the evil one. When the stories of the Bible, they use the serpent in different situations. The serpent was the one who they say this in the Bible deceived Eve into biting into the fruit. But also the serpent was the one that convinced Moses that God was with him when he turned Moses' staff into a serpent and told him to throw it on the ground. So was the serpent evil, or was the serpent, you know, just a tool that God used in the Bible, or a shapeshifter that God used in the Bible? But that comes with everybody's opinion. Everybody had their own different opinion on different things when it comes down to religion. And there's so many religions in the world to us. Like, you got mystics over on the other side of the world, in the eastern world of Africa, that can actually take a stick with fire on it and lodge it in their mouth and take it back out and just wow you. And they're like the Zulu tribe, and say, man, we don't feel fire. Christians, y'all feel fire. Y'all live y'all whole life in fear. Y'all walking in fear because y'all don't want to burn. But we eating fire. That's what Shaka Zulu said, and in his religion, that's the faith that they walking on. And even in Hawaii, if you go to Hawaii, they don't live in fear of fire either. They have a different religion, but they walking on hot coals barefoot from the volcanoes, and you know, it's like I'm pretty sure that they say a prayer to whoever their faith sits in. They'll say a prayer and then they'll walk across that hot coal, and that be their God of protection. But everyone has their own opinion when it comes down to religion. So I'm more of a spiritual person. Like I say, I believe in God. I pray to God, but I don't put my faith in man. I don't put my faith in. When I say I don't put my faith in man, I don't put my faith in the preacher, the pastor. I don't put my faith in. I walk in faith. I walk in faith of righteousness and truth. So the message that's in me that I deliver is gonna be truthful, and that's how I feel about the religion side of that aspect. All right, and to jump into my next topic, my last topic, what do I feel about the new year, new me saying? Everyone around this time of year is December. Christmas just passed. The New Year is coming up. Everyone likes to always have that end of the year, beginning of the year saying, "New year, new me. I'm leaving everything in 2023 behind. It's not coming with me into 2024. And if you weren't fooling with me then, don't try to fool with me now." And how I feel about it, man, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. You can't just, it's 365 days, 364 days in the year. You can't just take one day out of those 300 some odd days and just think you could just do a whole 360 life change. Man, I done had an eviction before. You know how long it took for me to get that monkey off my back with that eviction? Like, you gotta gradually go through days and days and days and days and days and days and days of life before something washes away out your life. When that new year comes in that January 1st, oh, whatever ain't for me, I'm gonna get, man, it don't work like that. Now, same bills you've been complaining about all year in 2023, they still gonna be there. They're gonna follow you into 2024. Probably that same on and off relationship that you can't get away from. It's probably still, you might do good. You might do good for the first month, 2 months. Then that phone call rang. That phone rang. Oh, there it is. I thought you left that in 2023. You answered. You answered. Now it's part of your 2024. But you ain't gonna tell us about that because it's like like I say, these topics they kind of like they fall into each other because that's that illusion shit. That's that illusion shit that I was just talking about with the simulation theories and type of shit is in your mind. It's like when you talk that big boy shit, that big boy talk, boasting it, you know what I'm saying? I'm leading that 2023. It's like you putting yourself in a position like you are up here, and what you leaving behind is not up to your caliber anymore, or you know what I'm saying? You on a certain status. You finna go into 2024 and change your status, big boy status, celebrity type shit, and rest of y'all peasants, I ain't fucking with y'all in 2024. Man, you ain't finna do all that shit in one day. That shit don't work like that, man. That's why it's like that new year, new me. It be sounding good. I like to hear it because I be liking to see people with that confidence in themselves. You know that light. I like to see that light shine. What they say. Don't dim your light for nobody. I like to see that light shine. Where it's like it don't work like that. It don't even happen overnight like that. But it's funny. It's cool, man. It's cool. I don't really say too much around the new year because man, my birthday right. I'm January 19th. I be ready for that shit to hit. You know what I'm saying? But you really You really gotta do me something dirty for me to kind of just be like, I ain't fucking with you no more. And I probably ain't even gonna say I ain't fucking with you no more. You gonna have to feel that shit or something. I don't know. Cause like I say, man, I just be moving at my own pace. And it's like if you ain't if you conning or you scheming, eventually you gonna get the fuck away from me because you gonna start to notice that that shit ain't working. Damn, man, this shit, LG don't be going for that shit. But that nigga gonna never get mad though. That nigga gonna never be tripping. He stay the same. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to finesse this motherfucker for a few months now. You know what I'm saying? I know he's starting me to be able to tell because I'm getting irritated because the shit ain't working. So it's starting to show. It's gotta be starting to show. But every time this motherfucker see me, he's still the same motherfucker. Hey, what's up with that? You good? Yeah, I'm good. Boom, boom, blase, blase. Where you headed? I'm heading over here to work. Oh man, I need you to go. I need you to. But I'm still, man. You know, I'm gonna be right over here. Right over here, you need me, man. Right over here, man. Just come over where I'm at. You trying to reroute me? You always trying to reroute me. Yeah, I notice this shit. I notice every time that I see you, you you trying to reroute me because where I'm going, you know I'm going to handle my business. So you want to reroute me and take me away from handling my business. But I'm letting you know that, man, you trying to fuck with me, just come over here while I'm over here handling my business. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, that new year, new me. Ain't no new, it's just one me. It's one me. And like I say, man, I don't change up like that. I don't even see how another motherfucker can change up like that. Yeah, I give it a few months. I give it a few months. Then motherfucker be right back on that same shit. Yeah. That shit just like eating the goddamn Thanksgiving meal. I had that good old ham, collard greens, baked macaroni and cheese, tater salad, all that good ass shit. Eat it for a few days. Now you got no trends and shit, cause everybody be, man, day after Thanksgiving, you better throw away all that food. Man, don't eat no leftovers day after Thanksgiving. But obviously you ain't cooked that shit. Because if you bought that shit and you cook, you gonna eat leftovers. You're not finna cook all that food and just throw that shit away like that. Now if you that's how I can tell who actually pulling up the motherfucker's house for these holidays and who actually cooking during these holidays. Because when it come down to that bragging and boasting shit, motherfuckers get to talking. You know what I'm saying? I don't do this. Motherfucker, you ain't never cooked for Thanksgiving. You always been a guest. Every Thanksgiving. But like I say, with that new year, new me, that shit fade away. It be like that. That's why it be funny. It be like that the first month, 2, 3 months, it be like that, but it's just like that Thanksgiving meal. Oh, I'm tired of I'm throwing this shit away. I don't eat leftovers. Boom, boom, boom. Why I ate so much turkey? I can't eat no more food. I don't want to eat no more turkey the rest of my life. Alright, Christmas time. Next month, here we go again. Collard greens, ham, good old potato salad, macaroni, baked macaroni and cheese. We back eating good. Then, you know what I'm saying? What else we gonna if we gonna cook like that for Christmas? We might switch it up for Christmas. I ain't gonna lie, we might switch up that Thanksgiving shit for Christmas. But then when the New Year come, black eyed peas, macaroni and cheese, collard greens, cause you know all that shit means something. To a superstition, man, that be crazy though. Cause a motherfucker don't believe in the cosmos. A motherfucker be like, man, get away from me with all that universe talk. I don't believe in that. Oh, I'm Christian. God got me. I rebuke you. You talking that universe. I don't want to hear that shit. But soon as New Year comes, what them black eyed peas mean? Oh, that mean good luck. What them green mean? Oh, that mean you gonna get money this year. What? Come on, man, all that motherfucking superstition. Then throughout the year, oh, it's Capricorn season, it's Aquarius season, and it's the same like I pay attention to a lot of shit. I just don't talk about it because I'm not the type of person to try to kick anybody while they down or even try to put nobody on the spot or shine on the motherfucker on the spotlight. Unless you come in my lane. But 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna stay in my lane and I'm gonna watch what's going on. I'm gonna smile and I'm gonna just enjoy that shit because it's a show to me. I be enjoying that shit, motherfucker. Oh, All the time. I see it all the time. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Don't come over here with that grand rising and that talking about the universe. I don't believe in the cosmos. Uh-oh. Birthday month here. It's Aquarius season. It's Pisces season. Oh, it's Pisces season. I'm ready to turn on. I'm ready to Aquarius season. Capricorn. I'm ready to do it. We're gonna do it big. I thought you ain't believe in that universe shit. You don't believe in that cosmos shit. What you think all them zodiac signs about? That's what that shit about, man. That shit about the cosmos. That shit about the stars. That zodiac sign is about when you was born. How was the stars lined up in the sky, and how was the planets lined up in the sky, and how do they reflect on your personality? I'm a Taurus. I'm bullheaded. That's why I act like this. Don't come to me with that grand rising shit. All that universe talk. Don't come to me. See, a lot of people they be talking, but that's why I read a lot. A lot of people they be talking, but they don't even understand the shit that they be on. It's like I don't want to say they don't understand themselves. It's just that they don't educate themselves. They don't educate themselves on what's going on and the shit that they into, and it's called ignorance. And a lot of people will point the finger at another person and say that, like I say, this tie into truth and fear. Talking the truth and walking in fear. It's ignorance. Like a lot of people be trying to be tag-alongs and hang with the crowd and walking in fear, you know. So it's like they ignorant to what they actually be doing, but they want to be accepted. I want to be accepted during the Aquarius season, so I'm gonna scream Aquarius season when my birthday come up. I want to be accepted into the church, so that's all I'm gonna talk about, and I'm gonna pretend as if that's what I'm standing on religion. I'm standing with the church. But like I say, me personally, I'm cool with preachers. You know what I'm saying? Preachers love people. Man, I used to have a barbershop. I used to stand in my barbershop and cut people hair, and we talk about anything. And when I say I cut everybody hair in my area, like I cut preachers hair, I cut cooks, bank tellers, I cut the mayor, the president of the NAACP. I mean, I cut everybody here. And it may seem like new conversations to them when they came in my barbershop, but these was common conversations in my barbershop because it's not too much that's gonna change with me. I'm gonna take interest in the same things. I'm gonna talk about the same things, and I'm not gonna shy around certain things. Like how I said, I'm trying to tiptoe around the religion once I start getting into the topic on religion, but I still went on to say what I wanted to say. You see, I've never been the type of person to tiptoe around certain things. So I'm definitely one of those type of people that the crowd gonna say, ha 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 ha, man, you saying something crazy, and try to make me feel like I'm talking crazy so they can feel accepting. But what I told you I'm gonna do, I'm gonna keep on being who I am and talking righteously and speaking my truth and moving ahead while evolution evolved me into who I am supposed to be, you know. So when I had these conversations in my barbershop, it could be the preacher come in and we talking about religion. You know, I might just throw a little bread in the water, you know, just to see if the fish gonna come up to the top. I might just, you know, Matthew 7:5 say such and such, such, you know, just to see what the preacher had at. And then once he responds, and you know, I'm gonna let him know I'm talking, man, I ain't been to church in a long time. I don't really be going to church like that, you know, but I read that Bible. I read that Bible 2, 3 times, and I'm not lying. I'm speaking my truth. I'm just telling you what it is. I don't read that Bible, but I don't really be going to church though. You know what I'm saying? Preach. But that was, and then we talk. We might sit there. We gonna talk. We talk about the Old Testament to the New Testament. We might talk about from from Revelations to Genesis in the beginning of the Bible, and by the time he finished getting his nice haircut, he get up out my chair and we all right, But that let me know that he has a good spirit. He didn't judge me. I told him exactly who I was and the things in that Bible that I know that he preaching about in church, things that I don't agree with. But now we in my space, and in my space we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. You speak your mind, because I'm finna speak my mind. But by the time we finish, you know what I'm saying, this service of you getting your haircut, I'm gonna look at you like this. I want to see what you think about me. How you feel about me now? That's what I feel about that situation. I'm looking at you like that. And in most cases with preachers and stuff, dang, Dale, dang, brother, man, you knowledgeable, man. You don't think about being a preacher one day. You should think about being a preacher one day. I might say something crazy like, nah, man, want me in that church might catch on fire in that church. And I'm just talking crazy, but I read the Bible. So it's like I know it, and I understand that it's laws to the land. So the things that I do, I know if I'm breaking the law, as far as I need to serve consequences behind these actions. But if I'm not breaking no law, if I'm not doing nothing wrong, if I'm just speaking my mind on religion, people like, oh, you ain't supposed to question this. You ain't supposed to boom, boom, boom. I'm not breaking no law. I'm not breaking no law by questioning religion. How am I breaking the law by questioning religion? You can do that. But see, a person gonna tell you, man, you ain't supposed to question it. So how am I supposed to know? You ask questions to get answers. You just gotta trust. You gotta believe. Man, I got faith, but I also want to know more. I'm not trying to say I want to know everything about the world and the universe, but I do want to know more, because right now my mind is at ease. I want to have comfort and ease in my mind. I want to have a peace of mind. And if I got questions that I need answered, how is that a peace of mind? God was not a chaotic person. He's not a chaotic person. He is a peaceful, peace of mind person. And if I made God and if I don't have that peace of mind, I'm going to ask questions to gain that peace of mind. Now, maybe me asking you as just a person in the congregation, or, elder, and you don't know the answers to the questions that I'm asking, just be right. Just be truthful. Speak your truth. Say, well, young brother, I don't know the answer to that question. But don't tell me don't ask a question. You ain't. Who told you that? God, I know God didn't tell you that. That's somebody else in the church told you that you ain't supposed to question this. And now it's been the telephone effect. You say don't question this. So now this person tell this person don't question it. Now this person tell this person you ain't supposed to question it. Now this person tell this person supposed to question it. But when God said that, if you got questions, you come to God. That's why I say maybe I'm going to the wrong person if I'm questioning you. So I'm gonna read it myself. And when I read it myself, you come trying to tell me some stuff that I know not in the books of the Bible what I read. I don't have to walk blindly. I don't have to be following behind what other people telling me that may and may not be true. Because I read it just like he read it. I read it just like he read it. I understand that the Bible speaks in parables, but I got my own understanding from it too. So it's like you can never go wrong when you walk in truth. And that new year, new me resolution thing, keep on coming. I love it. I love it, baby. I be especially right after that tax season. When the tax season hit, Man, it be so funny on that social media. Man, I can't wait for February to hit here. But man, y'all make sure y'all go and hit that subscribe button, man. Ring that bell. This your boy Dale G, man. We're gonna start this right now at an hour right on the dot, man. I appreciate y'all for hanging with me, but y'all stay cool, man. We're gonna go ahead and cut this one short.